All right, chat, here we go. We got Hawkeye Validate versus SBC Nebula. Let me fix Borrow real quick. This is a best of 7. We're hopping right into it. No time wasted at all. There we go. Okay, so a little backstory on this game here and why this is set up, why this isn't a Royalty Series match. Now, this should be RS Series week number 3 for Nebula versus 20 Revenant, but due to unfortunate circumstances, someone on 20 Revenant's team, their monitor broke. I hope they get that fixed. I mean, as a gamer myself, that is not fun. I wouldn't want my monitor to break, especially on a game day. But now we have this scrim. It's a best of 7. It's still going to go onto the YouTube, still going to get casted. We're still going to show SBC Nebula some love. Oh my God, what a pinch. That was actually, I don't know what it did, but that was crazy. We're going to take this, we're going to have a little bit more fun with this one. We're not going to go as serious, but yeah, I want to show the Nebula boys some love here and commentate a little scrim. They're able to set up in about 5 minutes, which was really good for them, but not good that they didn't play their RS match and Oreo scores the first goal. Now, real quick, because this is going to go onto the YouTube and all of that jazz, I want to show for the record that SBC Nebula holds the rank #1 spot now with 9-0 out of a 5-week season. So that's their 3rd forfeit in a row. Now let's see what happens in this scrim. I believe they're scrimming a little bit up here. Their division is the All-Star for EU, Pat, Lionel, and Pete. And will they tie it up here? No! Lionel with the my bad in the chat isn't able to find the goal. EU All-Star Division, which puts them in C3 to GC1. So it is around 1,500. Now, as far as Hawkeye Validate, I'm not sure how established they are, but I'm sure the gameplay will be able to tell us that. As we're seeing a double come in here from Oreo and Ramsey, and a redirect from Pete! That's a goal if I've ever seen one. 3-20. Tied up, the double commit there put them in an awkward position. 1-1, we are all tied up. Ramsey with possession off the kickoff. Looking to find a pass mid. He can't do that, not just yet. Lionel now with possession. Takes this one downfield, looking for a flip reset. Leaves it for Pete, but double commit here. Now for SBC, and back down to the other side of the field it goes. Kieran. 9-7 with a goal, 2-1, and 3 minutes left to go. So far, we have seen a lot of double commits from both teams here, SBC and Hawkeye Validate alike. Julie, unfortunate you lost all your points. 3 minutes remaining. This one goes mid, shot on target, turns out to be a pass for Pat, and Pat sends it to the back of the net, 2-2. Wow, I can't stop thinking about how these guys have just got their 3rd forfeit in a row in the Royalty Series. Early shot on target for Kieran. Now, what's very important, I might even say this to these guys here, the cheat has to go for this. Lionel off kickoff, cheating up a little bit too far. And it turns out to be a goal. Yes, Julie, goal. There's about 9 goals in the last 5 seconds. Let's see what Lionel can do for his team. Tries to get it over 1, but Kieran can't find a touch. Down the other side. Is this on target? Is this going to be another goal? The pass goes mid. Kieran with another pass out to Pete. Decimal 2. Can't find it just yet. The free flip into the 50 might be a goal. Turns out Lionel has to cover for his team. Ramsey with no boost. Looking for Pat. The demo doesn't get awarded the shot. It certainly looked like one. Look at the bumps coming out from SBC Nebula. Pete having to jump back on this ball so he can recover for the play. Double commit again for SBC Nebula. They have to identify when they're double committing. Really put that to a halt and find some good touches they need, touches to their team, maybe even the net like this one from Pete, but no, he misses. Now Lionel for the follow-up, having to get one away from Kieran. He can't do it either, but the demo on the rotation might open some things up. Pete thinking his teammate was going to go for that. You know, this is game #1. There's going to be a couple little hiccups, but communicating throughout the game is definitely going to be a staple. You're going to have to get used to playing against what I would call a well-oiled machine of Hawkeye Validate on the other side. Downfield it goes to Pat, to the sidewall for Pete. Beautiful first touch, still has boost, gets one. Can he find the next touch? The follow-up is no good and cleared away from Oreo. 120 on the clock now. An awkward play here, but actually fakes out Kieran and lets the defenders get a touch. Peek now to try and find a teammate. This is over one. Ramsey with the pass, but doesn't get the touch. Look how much SBC Nebula is able to find these bumps on rotations. Not entirely demos, but still putting the Hawkeye Validate team out of position just by a little bit. And sometimes those small margins is what puts you ahead in these games. Double tap save from Pat. The follow-up is good from Oreo on target, finding the bottom portion of the net there. 4-2 with a minute left to go. It looks like SBC Nebula have to come back in this game, and not only in points and score, but also in their confidence. It looks like Hawkeye Validate is playing with a whole lot more of confidence. After the first couple double commits that they did have, they were able to reel it back in, and now SBC Nebula is trying to find some goals for themselves. They're down by 2 with 30 seconds left to go. Low 50, left for Lionel, who has no boost. Out to Peep. Peep now can't find the touch over Kieran. And with 20 seconds left, this might be game number 1 for Hawkeye Validate, but just wait. This is kind of awkward for Oreo. Pat to send this one mid. Double commit in the corner again. Takes one player out. Lionel last back. Does find the save, and with 10 seconds left to go, Hawkeye Validate is waiting for this ball to touch the ground. And game number 1 goes to Hawkeye. Game number 2 of the best of 7, SBC Nebula. No shutouts, but they're certainly looking to come back in some goals here. Kieran to receive the pass from Oreo. Cut down by Lionel. Downfield the miss, but Pat is there. Who is last man back? It's Ramsey with 0 boost. 10 seconds into this game, and you couldn't ask for any more good gameplay. Absolutely not. Look at the rotation here for Patty. Pat has to turn around on the ball, tries to get one more. Now it's downfield for himself. Gets the boost. One more out to his teammate Lionel. Opts for the backflip. Maybe that was calculated, maybe it wasn't. I am not entirely sure. On target, the early challenge turns into another shot from Oreo. It's no good. What can Lionel do? If we're doing the swag off here, Lionel is definitely winning that with the red little mohawk that he has on his Fennec. Having to get a double tap. All 3 players from SBC missing that ball there. Doesn't leave them a whole lot of boost, but it gives Pat an opportunity downfield. Gets beat out by Kieran. Now Kieran against Pete to the back wall. Goes for a pinch. He finds it. Oreo to himself. No, he can't. He actually 50s his own teammate and leaves this one for Pat, who gets a beautiful first touch. The third and second and fourth touch. Oh my goodness. The bump into the save, and the follow-up from Peep is no good. I low-key kind of forgot how to speak there, but I was ready and waiting for these guys to sink this into the net. I was just so filled with energy and excitement, but they weren't able to do it. Look at this movement from Pat. Someone has to be there. Lionel, put it away. There we go. Okay, they need to play with a little bit more confidence. Even though you have to prepare for some type of beat, sure, I understand what's going on there, but Pat is doing the most for his team to get this midfield. And we have to wait for someone to put it away. I mean, don't get me wrong. They are in the lead. SBC's turning it up. All that pressure was on Hawkeye for the longest time. They're able to get a goal from it, and now they're back down in the blue half. That was absolutely insane. I don't know what I'm watching here. Peep is backwards, going for the half flip, trying to get it out of Kieran's way, but 9-9-7 is there on target. And we're seeing a lot of misses from these guys. I don't think, maybe there's nerves, but this is just a scrim off of Gangster. Yes, it is. Maybe there's nerves. I'm not entirely sure. Look at this play from Ramsey. You know, as soon as I talk about misses, we see a beautiful air dribble into a 50-50 on target, 1-1. That was a beautiful shot. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Romank, welcome to the stream. Brother, how are we doing today? Right now we have a best of 7 game between Hawkeye Validate and SBC Nebula. Long story short, week number 3 competitors against SBC Nebula had an unfortunate monitor break for one of their players. I hope he gets that fixed soon. They couldn't make it. They have their 3rd forfeit in a row. I repeat, their 3rd week of forfeit. They're now 9-0 in games, 3-0 in series in the Royalty Series Season 5. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I haven't seen Nebula play. I want to watch you guys play. So we set up a best of 7 scrim with these guys within like 5 minutes. And now we're into game number 2, 1-1. Excellent gameplay between both teams. And we were just noting, or I was just noting on the fact that we're seeing a lot of misses, and I'm not entirely sure what that comes out to be. Is it? I wouldn't assume it's nerves. Maybe they're playing a little bit faster. Maybe these guys are pushing them, and teams equally here on either side of the pitch are putting the pressure on. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know, but that's why I love this game. Because it is so competitive no matter what, if it's a season match, if it's a scrim, if it's ranked, we all want to win, we all want to compete, we all want to do our best. Yeah, bro, Mike, I got you. I got some things I got to do this weekend, and that's definitely one of them. That is absolutely one of them. 120 left to go. A beautiful save from Kieran. My goodness, that was epic. 3 boosts for Oreo. It's a pass for Ramsey on target, but denied by Pat. 1-1 into the corner it goes. I have a feeling, and sometimes, most of the times I'm wrong about my predictions, whatever. I have a feeling the next goal will be the last goal scored in this game here and will be the dagger. I don't think this is going to be a much higher scoring game than 2-1. And if it is, not by much. We'll have to see, though. Pass goes behind Oreo. Shot on target. No, Oreo does get the 50-50. Peek now to himself. No, Pat's last back. And Ramsey to throw away the ball. I do believe if he sends that backboard, goes for some type of flick, shot on target. Pat, all right, let's see if the prediction is true. 2-1. Pat receives the pass from the miss in the sidewall. Looks like wanted to get the pass to Oreo. He can't find it. Now we have a 2-1 game with 40 seconds left to go. Pat with boost and time. Can he get this around the defenders? He's wasting time. That's exactly what he's doing. Finds a pinch. Turns out to go mid. And Kieran takes it to the other side of the pitch. Pete now to keep this in play. Can he find the double? Well, he got the 3rd and 4th touch, but no shot on goal. Now Lionel to himself, off the ceiling, goes out to Pat. Denied by Kieran. Maybe even another shot. No, Pete takes his time, does get bumped for his efforts. Maybe clears this one downfield. He's trying to find some type of movement to get in front of the ball, and he does that. Oreo to flick it over one. Demo on the next. Pete stealing the boost. That's going to be vital. If that player spawns there, he'll be without boost. Now, 0 seconds. As soon as this ball touches the ground, my prediction will have come true, and it was 2-1. Nebula takes game 2. Game number Trace. Game number 1 goes to Hawk. I valid it. Game number 2 goes to SBC Nebula. Now, I really want to see between these guys here because I feel like this goes for both teams, by the way. Wait, hold on. Lionel doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. I really feel like, and this is no disrespect to any one single player, any team, nothing at all. It really seems like players are rushing around the field, trying to go for things they're maybe not comfortable with. Maybe these teams are testing them. I really want to see some more solid touches, less misses on the plays, more confidence, at least from Nebula. I know they have it in them to not make those misses and receive passes, because SBC Nebula, although they won, that's what I'm talking about. Passes to each other. Now, of course, you can outpace the other team, have them make a mistake, and have them pass the ball to you. That is very good. Don't get me wrong. That is also something you want to see. But you have to have enough confidence in your play to pass to your own teammate, especially in threes, to find some goals. That's just my thought. What rank in region is Nebula? Okay, so SBC Nebula is All-Star EU, so they're the C3 to GC1. They're EU, and they're essentially in Classy Rifts and Actions division, right? So C3 to GC1. Now I'm going through this whole backstory because they got 3 forfeits. Look at this play developing. They can't find it. Now they have to worry about an overcommit, but Pat is there. Can't get the boost, but he has some boost. Oreo still to shut it down. The importance of all that, I guess, being said, is because they're now 3-0 for series and 9-0 in games in that All-Star League, where they might have to play OG. They might have to play a team for SBC. They have 100% win percentage right now. And I can tell you right now, SBC OG does not have 100% win percentage. So, yeah. This double commit here might be a little dangerous. Wait, is this the RS game or a scrim? It's a scrim. They got a forfeit. Yes, this is just a scrim. Almost guaranteed playoffs. 3 forfeits is clean. Bro, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't that secure playoffs? Okay, now it looks like Hawkeye Validate is being a little bit questionable about their challenges. Two people going for a couple challenges there in that play that could have developed into something greater than what it was. We'll just have to see if they can bring this back, put the pressure on Lionel to bring this downfield. Look at the recovery from Kieran, though. Could he have used some boost to put some pressure, maybe get a bump onto Pat, not entirely get the ball away, but now look at this fast break. Oreo to get the boost in the corner. Fast mid, looking for it. Kieran on target. Shot, it's good. What a play, and the movement was superb. Wow, can we see this again, or are we stuck looking at the ground? Okay, all right. Well said, Mr. Klasky. As long as they don't get swept the next 2 weeks, it's easy playoffs. Should secure, but could lose if they lost 0-3 the next 2 weeks. I mean, I don't want to say that's not possible, but these guys, you know what? They've been scrimming and practicing, bro. I don't even think the universe would let them go 0-3, but I'm also going to knock on some wood. And you know what? Listen, you put the work in, bro, you see the results. And these guys are putting the work in, all right? Also, shout out to Hawkeye Validate for, like, responding in less than 5 minutes and doing this best of 7. And the gangster app, that's what they utilize to find the scrim, bro. Shout out to that as well. W123 on the clock. Oreo, if he gets a flick there, it's probably a pass mid. Peep going double commit with Pat. Pat downfield, 4 to pass. Double tap for Peep. Can't find it. It turns out to be a defensive double tap. Lionel, let's see the red mohawk go into action. Gets a flip reset. Does he ever use it? He doesn't. Pat to fake out everybody. And Oreo to save it away. Peep has to be careful here, as his teammate just got bumped going downfield. A minute left. SBC is down 1 goal. Can they find it? Yes, they find the save, but they can't find the shot. Maybe they can here from Pats to clear this away. He didn't get the boost. Uses all of his boost to send this ball mid to Lionel. Lionel now to Ramsey. Ramsey to who? Himself. Both of the players were up in front of him. No teammates to support behind him. And I'm surprised they didn't just concede on a goal. Lionel doesn't get the best touch in the world, but it does go to Pat. Consider it a good pass. And the shot, the follow-up, denied by Kieran. Last man back, Lionel to get a 50-50. His team in support. Pat is there. Pat looking for a pass to Lionel. First touch to himself. The pinch would be something spectacular to see, but we don't see it just then. SBC, 10 seconds left. Will they get shut out, or will they find a goal in the next 6 seconds? If they get some boost and get this ball downfield right about now, they might have a good opportunity in front of net. And no, Hawkeye Validate take game number 3. 2-1 in this series. We bring good vibes and a really, really competitive team. Rush is something else. Dude, Rush, listen, I love all the teams equally, but can I also agree that Rush is very competitive and brings, you know, the good vibes? I can absolutely agree. Now let's talk about some Rocket League. Lionel with a beautiful save, but it goes out and turns out to be a pass. That's wonderful game sense and positioning from the boys in blue. Hawkeye Validate downfield for Pete. He goes in front of the ball, doesn't get the best challenge in the world. Flip reset to get it past Oreo. The oncoming onslaught. Will it be saved by Lionel? It'll be the opposite. Lionel will actually put this away. I feel like SBC Nebula, they just have to take a little deep breath here. They have to take a breather, slow down. They know what they're doing. They're in comms. They're figuring it out. But in this game alone, slow down. Figure out the upcoming play. Try and find a way to shut down Hawkeye Validate. Because right now, they are shutting them out. They shut them out last game. They're on a dry spell right now with no goals. But you're in a whole different game. You have 4.5 minutes left. Here we go. Peep is up for the shot. Denied by Ramsey. Right now, they're playing just a little bit quicker. If Peep could get this boost, SBC might be in a position to clear this away. The pinch out from the corner, though, sends us back down to Hawkeye's side. Into the midfield. Oreo with a free challenge on the ball and gets a free ball past one. That's what I'm talking about. They're getting so much value per these touches. And it looks like when SBC has an opportunity or two, they're either low boost, getting 50'd, or the ball is just unplayable. There's already a couple players up from Hawkeye Validate. Peep into the corner with boost, the 50 onto Kieran. Can't really find it, leaves it for Pat. Now Ramsey down to his teammate Oreo. Tries to squeeze that one in there, isn't able to. Pat with boost, shot on target, that's a good shot. but an even better save. My goodness, Kieran had to fly and jump sporadically at that ball. That was a beautiful save. I really thought that shot would just connect and go through. Oreo to Lionel, but zero boost. Look, every time, it's that third man importance. Like, of course it's important for your first and second players to set up a play, but if your third man is low boost, having to cut on a ball, what pressure are you actually keeping up? Because at that point, your first and second man, because third man was so slow to get back on the play, first and second man are just rotating back to get boost, and it's an unfortunate cycle that these guys are playing in right now. SBC Nebula, they could find a way to chop. Here it is. That's what I was just about to say. Find some demos to chop. Hawkeye bowed it down just a little bit and put the pressure on. They might just find a goal or two. Ramsey with boost can't find the touch, and Peep is gonna punish him for that one. The awkward read. I know his ball cam was like this, and he couldn't tell what the hell was happening. Tries to go to the backboard to save it. Still can't find the touch. 2-1. SBC ends their dry streak over 7.5 minutes of gameplay with no goals. SBC Nebula is going to have to dig deep here. Into the corner it goes. We have halftime. 2-1. Peep to find a pass mid for who? It's going to be Kieran. Kieran to Ramsey. This one goes as far as Peep. Pass, shot, no good. The redirect was a little bit too strong that time around. Lionel now to keep this in play. Third man has boost, keeps it in play. That's what we want to see. Now Ramsey on the other team doesn't have boost. Played to the midfield. Who is the next man up? It's Pat and Oreo to Peep. Off the sidewall, pre-flip pass to the mid. Shot on target, and Pat puts it away. It's good. I think we just found out the changes that they needed to make. Third man keeping it a part of the play, shutting down Hawkeye Valid in some type of capacity. You have to slow him down and alleviate some of that pressure. Now, how they do that can be in a few different forms here. And there it was a little bit of third man having boost, keeping it in the play, a couple passes. Everyone in SBC was on the same page, and Hawkeye was not. Ramsey to the corner for Pat. No good. This one gets cleared out. Just a reminder for everyone, this is a best of 7 Hawkeye Valid. It's around a 1,500 MMR scrim. And these guys are playing their freaking hearts out. SBC Nebula looking for another goal. Won't happen now, but Peep is coming in hot. Can't find the touch. It might be a shot for Kieran. It will be. It's a pass to Oreo. The fake right there would have been fantastic. A boost steal out from Kieran. Kieran now to the midfield for Pat. Vinyl with the follow-up. Gets the bump into play as well. Oh my goodness. That was about to be a masterclass of a pass from Pat. Now Pat still with boost on the blue half, looking for something. Pat is always a part of the play. More than one touch, more than 2 touches. Even if he gets bumped out, he still finds a bump on the other team. And now Lionel has to save the day with 0 boost. He's going to fall in the 100. Pat to get this out, and no. Oreo playing the miss, and rightfully so. On the backboard, he got a little awkward, and no touch from Pat. He needed something. Even if it was 1% of his car hit that ball, it would have redirected over Oreo and potentially saved the day. He couldn't find a touch to the corner, can't find a touch around Oreo. And now with 40 seconds left, SBC is down by a goal in the scrim. Best of 7. Who is going to come out on top? 30 seconds remaining for SBC Nebula to find one here. Double tap for Peep, and it's good! Peep going through every single defender on the blue half. Oreo passing this one down to Peep. Peep staying true to the play. Says, wait, hold on. The only one that's going to hit this is the backboard. And the good thing about the backboard is it always passes back to you. And Peep finding the goal there. I believe if Lionel does not miss the boost here, that turns into another goal as well. Looking for the demo. He can't find it. He's up as well. Peep now to put this back into play. But he put it back into play in his half. Shot saved by Lionel. 10 seconds remaining. Do we see overtime in game number 3? Right now we're 2-1 in the series. If Hawkeye Valid win this game, they go into match point. But it looks like we are going to find ourselves into not. Oh my goodness, if he put that away. Backboard again for Peep. Ramsey keeps this up for his teammate Oreo. 50-50. This has to touch the ground. Overtime. Dude, I have to take a sip of my water, bro. I'm saying so many words that, like, I'm just coagulated in the mouth, bro. I don't even know if that's a word, but like, yes, peep. See, even when I try not to say it, bro, it still comes out that way. Peep. You know what? I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna listen to the wonderful ASMR of Rocket League. Give me 1 second. All right, that was much needed. Let's get back into the action. Wait a second. What's going on here? Oh my goodness. Kieran and Pete both playing the wrong game there. Oh my goodness, I had no idea what was going to happen. Pat. Oh, Ramsey doesn't go for the bump. That would have been a free ball for his team, but it turns out Kieran gets it anyway. Double tap, no good. Out to Peep. Goes as far as Lionel. No, just kidding. It goes to Oreo, who gets the boost as well. His teammate to commit on the play. Lionel for a pass mid, but it goes in possession of Oreo. 50 back downfield into the blue half. A minute into OT. What are we going to find ourselves with? A pass to the backboard. And saved away by Kieran. 9-9-7. Lionel with a beautiful 50. He was the third man. Last man to go up. Stays a part of the play. Gets this one out. Long shot downfield. This will count as a pass if someone puts it away. Who's there for the follow? Backboard. No one's there. Demo. Who's there? Someone has to be there. That is not me commentating. That is me yelling at SBC Nebula. Someone has to be there. A minute and 30. Pat downfield, maybe a shot. It is a shot on target, but Kieran with the save out to Oreo. Getting demoed for his efforts, and now it's a fast break for Hawkeye. Is anyone home? And Hawkeye valid it, put it away. What a series that we have here. What a series we have here. Oh, that was funny. Okay, so a sub in a scrim. They're definitely getting their money. Wait, I know. Wait a second. I know Inverse Rocket League. I'm almost convinced that I know Inverse. I think I do. Anyways, game 1, 2, 3, 4. Game 5. Match point for Hawkeye. Validate. They have a sub in. Putting in Inverse RL. Oreo to clear this one away. Down for the shot. He plays it himself. Kieran now to himself. Lionel playing this over everybody. Pete to the midfield. No, he goes for himself. Flip reset over one. Inverse now downfield to Oreo. Oreo with the redirect. Can't find it. Pat into the corner. Trying to get it over one. Sends it mid for the shot. Lionel with the save. That could have been, but Kieran puts it away to the back of the net. 1-0. 1-0. 4-14 in regulation. Can SBC dig deep? Can they come back? Can they find a goal here? It certainly would help. Yes, they can! Deep. Put it away. Oh my goodness, what a goal. I wanted to watch it back, but I also want to give the respect to the players on the field, not to just sit here in a scrim. They're trying to practice. Not to just watch replays of the goal that just happened. Peep! Yes, Peep! Here we go. Pat looking for a flip reset. Pete looking for the shot, but you know what? It might just be Lionel. Wow. You know what? Huge respect there for Kieran for utilizing only one flip and one flip only. Saving the second one for the save. He needed that. Uh-oh. I am definitely yawning right now. And I don't want to be rude. Up here, Pat. I thought he was going to hit the double. That would have been absolutely phantasmatical. Lionel to the back wall. Kieran, 50-50, stays a part of the play. Pete trying to get this one below Oreo. They need to find the lead, and they need to hold on to it. Beautiful save again. Kieran is showing us a defensive masterclass in this game. Leaving the boost. Pat doesn't take it. He has boost, and it's going to go out to Oreo. Sometimes it is good to take boost when you have boost. Identifying who's going to grab it next. Is it your team or is it going to be the opposing team? Pass mid, shot saved away by Pat. Out to Pete, bumps on Kieran, who leaves it for his teammate. Inverse to packet loss. All right. Oreo now looking for the pass to Inverse. Downfield, could this be a counterattack from Pat? It's certainly developing into one. Lionel now to the midfield. Pressure has now flip-flopped over to Hawkeye Validit's half, and Pat can't find the touch. Lionel does get the clear away into the corner. Kieran to play this one around Lionel, but Lionel to himself. No, we're not seeing these plays develop from SBC Nebula anymore. Can we find something here from Pete? Pass mid, but Kieran is there to deny the play before anything even happens. Over one, Lionel in a race with Kieran, looking for the double tap. It's a fake. Pete to play this one away, but Oreo sends us off the ceiling. Inverse with a shot. It's no good. Now Lionel left with the responsibility to get this one out. Pete clears this downfield for Lionel, who has boost. Redirect is on target. No good. What a save. The counterattack was there. The speed was there. Everything about that play was working, but Hawkeye vowed it. I mean, they were just there to shut it down. Shot on target, saved away once again by Oreo. The defense from Hawkeye vowed it is something to be studied. My goodness, they are absolutely shutting down SBC Nebula, although this opportunity might be dangerous. Pete making it happen. Oh my goodness. You might want to be scared when Peep is boost in time. And a beautiful setup, the double tap puts them in the lead, 2-1. I mean, there's only so much pressure you can take from the SBC Nebula squad until you concede a goal, as we just saw there. Beautiful pass out to Kieran, but now Pete again. All right, here we go. We just talked about him. Boost, time, and a setup, but shut down by the defender. Pat going out to Kieran. Lionel on target, saved away by Inverse. Who's going to be to this ball first? There is one on backboard, Oreo. That's a good put. There was someone backboard. And now Pat with the win, but look how awkward this is for Kieran, getting demoed by Pat. SBC Nebula has turned on the kill switch, and they're definitely going for more demolitions in the back half of this game. And I want to say sorry to Lionel. I thought that was a red mohawk. That is actually the crab. So we talked about this before. Lionel wins the swag off. If we were doing that, he definitely wins by having the topper on. And it confirmed it is a crab. It is not a mohawk. 45 seconds left to go. Hawkeye is down by 1 goal here. Oreo into the corner with no follow. Leaves it for Kieran, who's 0 boost. Everyone's 0 boost, but that demo is going to keep them alive. Inverse looking for the demo as well. The second touch is no good. Kieran to find a redirect. Pat had to respect it and go for the save. There was no touch because that fell off of the wall. Look, oh my goodness. Oreo just cannot leave the play and then pressured by Kieran. Right now, SBC is in deep trouble. They are in deep doo-doo, and they are in deep doo-doo for sure. Now, because this is a scrim, I'm going to say a little bit more crazier things and just kind of have fun with it. But my goodness, they get out of the crack. Pat to clear this away. 3 seconds. Oreo off the ceiling. SBC just need to kill the ball, and they do exactly that. Comeback is alive. The comeback is alive. Oh, my goodness. Over, they won. Yeah, ours is over, they won. All right, here we go. Game 7 of the best of 7. Real quick, Amen, we're just showing SBC Nebula some love and some respect on the field for these players because I've tried to watch them for 3 weeks and host and commentate and live cast, broadcast their games. But every week they've had a forfeit. So the best I could do is get them, well, they got the scrim, but for me to watch over the scrim and kind of commentate it as if it was a RS match. I mean, they're bringing the heat. I don't know if Hawkeye is in Royalty Series. I don't think they are. But then how would I know Inverse? I think they are. Actually, I take that back. I think they are. But this is pretty much as RS, as a RS match could get. A beautiful challenge from Pete. Does this turn into a goal? Anytime it's an opportunity for SBC, it's always, I don't want to say always, but most of the time, Hawkeye is there to save it away. And I'm curious to know, maybe I watch a replay or something and try and figure this out for myself, of what this team is doing differently, where they aren't able to apply as much pressure as probably they could, or what they could get away with. I'm not entirely sure. Pat off the ceiling. Does he find the follow-up? No. Maybe a pass. Pete to a teammate on the right side of the field. Can't find it there. Kieran to himself, perhaps, I reckon. But no, Peep is there. Pre-flip on. 1 touch. 2nd touch goes over. Inverse. Now Kieran into the corner, waiting for his touch from his teammate. Lionel with boost. Will beat the defender, Oreo. But in fact, he never hits the ball. 4 minutes left to go. So far, only 1 goal to speak of for Hawkeye. Into the corner it goes. A pass mid from Lionel. Peep never going on this one. I am not mad at that, as their team does stay in possession. Now Oreo trying to get bumped out. Can't find it. Low 50. Pat with the follow-up. No good. It's way wide. Pat rotating back, leaving this for Oreo. Maybe a double tap. A great save from Peep. You know, I have to give Peep the MVP here for SBC Nebula. He's been a solid unit on defense, offense. He's had a couple solo plays, a couple solo defensive plays as well, keeping his team alive. And Lionel and Pat are definitely here to set up and support their team, SBC Nebula. But shout out to Peep. He's really popping off in this series here. Inverse wanted some type of diagonal flip there to stay in possession of the ball, but the follow-up from Oreo might just be just as good. No, Lionel with a beautiful save. How about we talk about him some more? Lionel keeping his team alive, 1-0. Can he do it this time and get it out of the danger of the follow-up shot from Kieran? No, it's home! Crossbar down and in. Kieran, 9-9-7, is able to find the put away. Look at the pressure that Oreo applies on to the last man back. He isn't able to dribble it away, and as he spikes the ball away, he actually gets bumped by Oreo, and that's how that whole play developed. Pete with a little bit heavy of a touch goes out to Lionel. Lionel now leaving this for Pat. Pat getting demoed with boost. That's kind of dangerous. In front of net goes Peep with the save. Oreo with low boost, but keeps his team alive. Peep, Musty to the 50. Where's the follow-up? Lionel into the corner. Oreo with no boost. Can't find a touch. Almost the pass. Pat to follow up. Look how awkward they are in front of net. Does SBC get a goal from this? They definitely should, but they aren't able to. Kieran with a couple flip resets here does find the pinch out. Peep to find a demo. Rotating out now to find some boost. And downfield it goes now for Peep. 2 minutes left to find 2 goals. That's 1 minute. A goal. Can SBC Nebula do it? Can they dig deep, make it happen, and really bring this to a game 7? That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. My goodness, it looks like Inverse was about to own goal this. Isn't able to, you know, own goal on his own net. That is good. By the way, that is a good thing for them. I'm sure SBC wanted that to go in. A beautiful save from Peep. Utilizing some boost, but keeping the most of it. And gets it around a couple players, but there is no follow-up. Peep never had a touch. And Inverse is just able to bring it in front of the net where Kieran can follow up for a pass. Shot on target. No good for Oreo. Inverse to Pat in front of his net. The flip reset. Tries to get over Oreo. All right, SBC Nebula, you're on Hawkeye's half. Make it happen. This bump looks certainly amazing. The shot is no good. I mean, shout out to Pat, and that's why we're all practicing and scrimming. He goes for the placement shot. How could you ever be mad at that? If it connects, it's 100% a goal. It's not a shooting thing. It's not a game sense positioning thing. At that point, it comes down to a fundamental shooting. And my goodness, Oreo off the crossbar makes it happen. 3-0. And Pat says you are so lucky, holy. You know what? That is their second crossbar goal, but I don't know. I believe we have to shut down these plays before they even develop. Kind of like Hawkeye is doing to SBC Nebula. Kieran to the backboard, saved away by Lionel. 30 seconds. It's 10 seconds to go for 3 goals. SBC Nebula, make it happen. Let's see it. The bump from Peep. I know that has to aggravate the attacker. Double commit now, and it's looking not so bueno for SBC Nebula. Kieran to keep this in play, bumping Peep as well. Peep with boost can't beat out Kieran. To 50-50 stays in their half. Oreo looking for a flip reset. He does have the flip reset, just no shot on target. And as this one goes to the back of the net, that will be GG's. Best of 7 goes the Hawk. I valid it. What a game. What a game. Oreo, Kieran, and Inverse RL taking down SBC Nebula in a little scrim that we set up. And I hope you guys enjoyed that, whether in the live stream or on the YouTubes after when this is posted. I hope that was, you know, I enjoyed it. I had a fun time. I'm always down to do this, but yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Haha.